So that's an interesting question. How is Radical shaped by my experience? I think it is nothing but the expression of my experience, really. And I wanted it to be that way, partly because why would you want to use a system as a sales counselor that didn't come from the experience of someone who had done what you were doing right now? I think that's really important. I had the experience as a sales counselor of sort of that management overlay where people sort of said, here's how you do it, and it didn't match my daily experience. And so I wanted it to be very different from that. So here's my experience. Started in the industry 25 years ago in a series of personal care boarding homes for Alzheimer's residents. I was actually an administrator there. I was 23 years old and in way over my head, but learned so much about hard work, about the crises that families were going through every single day, about what it meant to not have a proactive plan and to suddenly have this thing happen where people didn't know how to handle it, to have older adult children flying in from all over the country to help mom or dad, for mom and dad not to be making their own decisions. And then oftentimes once they got settled in that environment, I also worked in assisted living, what we found is that another crisis happened, they needed more care, and again, the whole volatility and disruption and angst in everybody's lives repeated itself. So although that was fantastic experience and wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, I worked a lot of 48-hour shifts with Alzheimer's residents, and it was so gratifying. But I wanted a better option. And when I found CCRC or life plan communities or communities that have a health system around them, some kind of continuum, it was so refreshing to me to watch people make that proactive plan and to be the person who sat with them and encouraged them to do that and walked through that transition and walked through that vulnerable time in life where you're looking at a future that is uncertain and trying to make that future as secure and fun and rewarding and all the things you want from retirement as possible. So we need to sell apartments, we need to increase revenue, we need to increase our own personal revenue. That's all part of the motivation. But the centerpiece is really that mission-minded, helping an older adult and their family through a transitional time in life. And that experience, 25 years of it, sort of culminated in the creation of Radical for your use and our use together, and I hope you enjoy it.